What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another beautiful episode we got going on here. You know, I was doing a few little chickens. I also did up a little bit of our mechanical user so that I don't have to worry about seeds as much. I just kind of throw in some bone meal and away it works. And of course, we got a nice little upgrade in here to make sure it goes nice and quickly. I've done a lot of work off camera. As you can see, we're up to 244,000 FE per coin. That's a lot of power per coin. But look at our balance right now, $274,000. Not bad, not bad at all. But, boy oh boy, I've completed how many quests? 30 quests that we have to claim. I told you there was going to be a lot of quests. I told you. Anyways, let's start with the upgrades. We ended up yesterday, we went through and wanted to get all the data modules. Okay? Oh, almost a perfect roll. So, first things first, we got all of the modules. Perfect, beautiful. Oh man, those rolls are really nice. I must be fortune's on my side. I completed all of the thermal expansion ones, even though I'm not completely using them at this point in time. Random reward, builder's wand. Okay, cool. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. I went through and I did all the storage drawer ones as well. Even though we're not really using that mod, I just kind of quickly went through and did the upgrades. And cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching is all that I'm basically hearing right now in my head. Boom, there's another one. I made the Resonant Upgrade Kit. And I went through and I did all of the upgrades for our potential on extra utilities too here. So let's grab all of that. Ooh, low roll, high roll. Wait, no, it wasn't a high roll. What's this one? Ooh, baby, another $6,000. Very nice. Look at all of that money that we just got. I'm very curious to see what we're at after we're done. I went and got myself a rubber chicken. Pretty cheap reward right there. I made all of the tools that I possibly could. So let's make our Conduit Probe. Let's get our intern. Let's get our swapping wand, kind of like so. We got the destruction wand. We got the illumination wand. We have ourselves the flux configurator. And I made myself a Lux Saber, a blue one, just to let you guys know. In the power expertise, I knocked off a couple here as well. Magmatic generator, again, pretty easy. An oil generator, again, pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. And in the mob slaughter, I got myself an absorption hopper. And I did make the mob grinder just because I could. It was pretty easy. And then in Draconic, we got ourselves the Fusion Crafting Core ready to go. And that is all of my quests. Now, what are we at for a total? $371,000. Oh, baby. That's pretty nice. Now, what did I use my absorption hopper on? Well, this wheat thing. That's exactly what I used it on. And yeah, for the most part, a lot of that is just in storage at this point in time because I've been really busy. As you can see, I've expanded some of this. We got electrical steel, we got refined iron, rubber, got dark steel, right? A lot of great chickens up here. Just kind of expanding on everything. We got our draconium, you know, our enderium, which gives you nuggets, which I was kind of disappointed about, not going to lie. But that's okay. And yeah, just all of the different things that I've been working on around here. Our inventory situation is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And we need to get that dressed right away. I bred up some more nether quartz chickens to get us a barrel full of quartz blocks for our build. Now, are you guys ready? You might have seen a couple little glimpses in the background. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've kind of been staying this way. In case you were wondering, there's something behind me. There's something behind me, and it is glorious. So, without further ado, let's show you all the base that I've been working on. Are you ready? I don't know if you're ready. I don't know if they're ready. You know, I don't know. I don't know if you're ready. Maybe I need to take a sip of water here. And by water, I mean wine, but that's fine. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready now? Look at that beautiful base. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, I did get inspiration from something that actually exists in this world called the Giesel Library out of San Diego. Um, and I'm kind of making it a little bit more modern because that one was done back in 1970. But I was looking at that and I'm like, man, that is going to make such a nice build. And look at this thing. Is that not glorious or what? I made it a little bit more modern. I had a little bit more fun with it, than, the stone that it is in today. And I'm really excited to kind of explore all these different floors and move my base into this one. As you can imagine, underneath here is our reactor. So I have elevators down to all the different ports of the reactor. We got a nice little underground here. Can make sure, oh yeah, all of our uranium's good. You can check on the reactor, you can turn it on, you can turn it off, all that kind of stuff, right? And then up top, obviously, we have a mega torch, so we don't get mobs, which is nice. And we have the control rods, which, boom, we're down to 25% on those, which is crazy. That's a lot of power, a lot of power. And in the middle here, we have our elevator to get to all of the different floors. And the coolest thing that I love about this is just the look of the beams coming out, especially on these lower levels, and the amount of space that we have, right? Loads of space, nice little view of the entire world. And then you get to kind of the penthouse up here, and it's nice and free and clear once we remove a few things. So we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. Tons upon tons. Of course, I go out the backside, furthest away from the other base. But yeah, I hope you guys like the base. I was going to I don't have a second Minecraft account, so I was debating okay, do I go buy one? Do the time-lapse thing. It's pretty popular, and I'm still kind of debating on it. It would be nice, but I did this while I was watching Fast and the Furious marathon with my wife and things like that. So, it probably wouldn't have even worked as a time lapse, So, just one of those things. A lot of the times when I get into builds like this, it's done throughout. This one took me 2 days, right? Because it was I did 15 minutes here, then I went and ran some errands, and then I did this, and I vacuumed, I did some laundry, and then I came back down, did another 15 minutes. That's kind of my life story when I play Minecraft or video games in general these days. So, yeah, just one of those little details, right? Nothing too crazy, but something to keep note of. We have so much stuff. So much stuff. And it's so awesome that we have so much stuff. But at the same time, we have a bit of a concern. There is definitely a concern. And that concern is a concern that I absolutely have. We need to get set up over there, right? That's my next prerogative at this point in time. We need to get set up. We need to get over to our new base. We need to move all the things that we need to move. We need to set up and make everything as nice as we can. One of the things that I was restricted on when doing this build was, one thick floors and ceilings. I probably could have adjusted it and made, bigger ones, but this way you will probably end up seeing some wiring. I'm just going to put it flat out. You're probably going to see some wiring. And I'm going to try my best, which is not usually all that great, to keep it from being, too much or cumbersome. But I'm gonna see what I can do there. Okay, so bear with me. I'm gonna try my best. Wiring is far from my strong suit, so yeah, just bear with me, ladies and gents, and we'll just leave it at that. That's my little disclaimer. If you're new around here, first of all, welcome to the family. But second of all, the wiring is not really my strong suit. So just as an FYI, I need a whole bunch more of these flux points. Where's my blaze rods? Right there. How many do I get again? Is it 8 that I need? You get 2, right? Yeah, that's good enough. All right, cool. Flux cores. Oh yeah, we need to do this with this. Boom. Flux cores. Get. Very good. Okay, the Eyes of Ender, we'll use them up. I'm not too concerned. The inventory is just a gong show, so we'll leave it at that. Anyways, so where were we? What are we doing? How are we doing it? How many times are we doing it? All great questions. I sometimes even struggle when it comes to moving things to a new base. And a lot of the times it's because you move a couple things and then you don't, you do all that type of stuff as well, right? But I'm trying to think on the floors, right? So down here is pretty much our access point. I'm not going to do too much down here. I'm going to keep it pretty free and clear as well. I don't know if I can do something like a glass or something that I can walk on, but then I can still click and access the control rods. Or at least that's one of my thought processes. But all things considered, what floor is going to be for what, right? That's my main question right now. And I think, because one thing I'd say, okay, access is there. Probably want the closest one, so you're not going the elevator up and down, up and down, up and down over and over again. But this one's also the biggest. So I'm kind of thinking that the biggest floor up here is where I should spend most of my time. This should be my area, right? The big area. Why not, right? Or penthouse. It's tough. I'm kind of thinking the big area, and then we have 2 floors for like machines, and then a top floor. Maybe this is where our chickens or our resource gathering goes. Something like that. Kind of some of my thought processes so far. I'll probably do like a void resource miner out the bottom here somewhere. Is my thought process as well. But I think that would work pretty good. But there is a large part of me, and again, I'm just babbling on, but there's a large part of me that goes, I should use this floor for all my machines. Because there's more of that than the space that I need. But I kind of like the idea, this is my floor. We could have our chickens up here, or resources up here. Have this here. We'll probably have more resources coming down there. And then use these 2 floors for machines. I think that's a pretty good idea. I think I'm going to go with it either way. So, yeah, just one of those things. By the way, I did start making a creosote as well, just so that I can complete some of the quests that are out and available. In the pack, so just as an FYI, I did start doing that as well, so that all of a sudden it's not like, where did you get that from? No, that's not a thing, but yeah. I do know that there is like some pretty good uses for like coke oil and stuff like that, so we might use it. It's probably just gonna go to waste though, not gonna lie. Anyways, let's get started here. Let's get going. Let's move on. I've had a very hard time deciding between refined storage and what's the other one called again? Oh man, I'm just dorking around. This one right here. Boom. Applied Energistics. That's the one. I can't believe I forgot that word. So I've had a really hard time going between refined storage, applied Energistics. Which one do I want to use? And I kind of decided I want to use applied Energistics. Now, the reasoning, I just kind of want to. I like the colors, and I think the colors will look nice in the base of the cables and everything. So let's get started on a little bit of applied Energistics today. All right, boom, boom, we'll put those in there. I'm going to try to store everything on disk drive, though. I don't want to use black holes. I don't want to use storage drawers. I don't want to use infinite barrels. I don't want any of that potential lag stuff. And trust me, it's there. The lag stuff is there. I don't want any of that in my build. All right, I want to keep this as friendly as I possibly can across the board. So the first thing we need is the Emmy Controller. This guy here requires pure Fluix crystals. That's a bit of a pain. I'm not going to lie. Now, we could just literally throw these into puddles of water and make them go, right? Or maybe maybe we could use this photogenic insulator and speed it up as a machine. The other thing that is mentioned is the crystal growth accelerators, but those guys, I think can we make it all? I think we can. Quartz glass, yeah, we can make all of this. So we could do a quick crystal growth acceleration plan. And that might be the way to go. But one of the hiccups that we have here is Syrtis Quartz. Syrtis Quartz is something that we do not have at this point in time. I do have a ore block of it somewhere in all of this mess. And trust me, it is an absolute mess. But I do have a Syrtis Quartz block, but I actually just need Syrtis Quartz, period. And how do we get that, right? That is our first kind of hiccup or our first problem here. So how do we get it? There's no chicken, but there is an essence. So that kind of got me thinking, do we literally need to get the ore or the essence to get this done? And to do this, this is a tier 3 seed. That's a little frustrating, right? And no matter what, even when we look at the Emmy Controller itself, this Fluix seed is going to require Fluix dust, which is going to require that Fluix crystal. Now, is there a Fluix chicken? There is not. There is a Fluix essence, but that one's tier 4 as well. So we're kind of getting into a little situation here where it's like, I could go refine storage. It's so much easier to do. But I really want to go ME, and I want to tackle this whole Syrtis Quartz situation. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to try to tackle the Syrtis Quartz situation and make this a little bit more difficult on myself than it probably has to be. I could easily set up a refined storage today. But where's the fun in that, right? Where's the fun in that? Let's focus on getting ourselves some Syrtis Quartz, okay? So Syrtis Quartz, we can get which way? We need Syrtis Quartz, period. All right, Syrtis Quartz crystal is what we're looking for. I think the best way is the seed, if I'm not mistaken. We could get the Void Ore Miner, but that's going to use up some power, for sure. We could probably buy it as well. I bet you that's an option. Syrtis, yeah. So we could actually buy the charged Syrtis Quartz crystal, but that's really expensive. That would make sense if we had EMC available to us. Not so much otherwise. So, yeah, we're going to probably avoid that thought process as well. Oh my god, we could get a creative mill and a creative flux capacitor. We have so much money. It's great. Watch a flowing time. Maybe we're not that far off as I thought. Remember last time I was talking about, oh yeah, we'll just get the everlasting guilty pool. No big deal. But man, we got a lot of money. We got a lot of money. Acceleration one, perhaps. Yeah, it's going to keep going. I'm not too concerned. I can't believe we got like 100K off those quests. Okay, Syrtis Quartz, let me get a little bit more situated here, and let's figure out how we get those seeds. All right, so Mystical Agriculture, fun little thing. I did have to buy some Syrtis Quartz ore, right, for us to actually make the seed, right? But first things first, we need to get ourselves an Infusion Crystal. That Infusion Crystal can then be used to make Prudentium, for example. And then Prudentium can be surrounded by a tier 1 crafting seed, which is basically Infernium, prosperity shards, to get ourselves a tier 2 crafting seed. Very nice. But we need a tier 3. So the next one is Intermedium, which requires 4 of the Prudentium. Okay? Pardon my pronunciations. But this guy here should be like so, Prudentium. And then like so should give us the Intermedium. This guy around like that becomes now a tier 3 crafting seed. Very good. Now that we have this tier 3 crafting seed, we can do a lot of great things with it. This is also a great way for you to get resources if you wanted to go that route, right? You could get all of your, your resource, all of this stuff pretty easily understandably so, through seeds, right? So you can go with a big farm, or you can go with chickens like I did. Of course, that is completely and utterly up to you. A lot of the same general restrictions and requirements are there anyways. So anyways, Syrtis Quartz seeds back here at the end. We do need 4 more of that intermedium that we just got. So that's another 64 of our inferium, right? Now, one of the things that I will mention is I do recommend, if you go seeds, you probably want to upgrade your inferium seeds very early on, okay? And the reason being is, well, you're going to need a lot of it. But there we go. Syrtis Quartz seeds, we got them. We got them in spades. That's good. That's very, very good. Now, do I have dirt? There it is. Found my dirt. I've been pretty diligent over here for the most part with this design. And I apologize, because guess what? I'm not going to be any longer. We are going to be moving soon, and yeah, simple as that. I don't care as much over here. So we're just going to be a little bit more clumsy, a little bit less efficient or clean compared to what we once were. And why am I placing all this manually? This seems like a terrible idea. What am I doing? What are you, new? You just built like this giant base using the wands and, you know, the technology available to you, and then you can't even remember to use it. But yeah, so I don't need a ton of this stuff, but I am going to plant a pretty big field here for a couple of different reasons, okay? And we'll go through those reasons here very quickly, right? But I'm just going to hoe this up very quickly, like so. We got the AIoT, which is basically all of the things put together. And I'm going to throw down my Syrtis Quartz seed. Very good stuff. Over here, I'm going to grab, wherever it is, right here, our fertilized essence and magical fertilizer. Now, I actually want to make more of this magical fertilizer, okay? And for that, we're going to need some more inferium. Jeez, I tell you. And we can do bone meal or this fertilized essence, which we also have as well. But I'm just going to grab some of this and a couple of diamonds. Not that they're expensive. And we're going to get as many as we possibly can here. Boom, just like that. Okay? 20 of them, that's good. The nice thing about this stuff, the really, really nice thing about this stuff is it will take any crop and instantly grow it. That's pretty darn good by my books when you're trying to get a nice big field. So we can quickly harvest all of this quartz, like so, through this magical fertilizer, getting the seeds off of it, and the quartz essence. I was like, where is it? That we require. Okay, pretty straightforward, and away we go, right? I'm just going to quickly kind of go through. I'm going to use this all up. We need a decent amount of this stuff. Not a ton, but enough, right? Now, in my opinion, there's a lot of ways to do this. There absolutely is a lot of ways to do this. And I'm just doing it one of the ways, right? You know, I could get a watering can. I can help these things grow quite quickly. But for right now, this is what we're going to do. We got the nice Syrtis Quartz field up and running. And I actually want to break all of my inferium here as well, okay? Now, why, you might ask? That's a great question. I want to look to upgrade these to a tier 2, maybe even a tier 3, if we have enough. I don't know if we do, but we'll find out very quickly if we have enough or not. Luckily enough, it's pretty easy to do most of this, so it doesn't take too much effort. Boom, just like that. Now we're going to have ourselves at least one tier 2. You only get one, right? That's the big catch here, right? That's the big catch-all. On top of this, I think, what do we need? We're going to need, is it 16 more? I think it's 8 more, right? 8 more of that. And then this becomes, oh no, that's only 4. Oh, it requires a lot more than that. Yeah, we need 8, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? So we need more. We need a lot more. That's a full 64, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. It's going to use up a lot of this Inferium essence to get us to where we need to be. But this tier 3 seed is going to be pretty darn nice in the amount that it drops, right? That's the main thing here. We're looking at the amount that it is going to drop for our system, okay? So let's throw this guy away. Let's go out here and pretty much do the same thing, right? I'm going to plant that guy down. And part of me is thinking, let's make an actual watering can, right? I don't know if it's a quest or anything like that, but let's make one, right? And let's go with, let's go with thermal cultivation. Yeah, let's give that a try first, right? I gave this guy a try, the extra utilities one. Garbage, right? So let's try the other one here, okay? So let's do this. Bucket, pretty straightforward. Into copper. We have most of these resources as well. Now we need Invar, redstone, and bone meal. Pretty straightforward. Let's just grab some Invar, I guess. Actually, I probably have some over here. Let's just grab it out of here. Yeah, there it is right there. Let's grab, is it 3? It's 2. It's even less. Wow. We'll grab that as well. And let's just get a little bit of bone meal. No big deal. Done and done. Awesome stuff. Let's upgrade this thing a little bit more. I have no clue if this is good or if this works for what we need. Ooh, Phytogrow. Ooh, we get kind of blocked at this point, don't I? So I need slag, niter, and pulverized coal. Or charcoal? Charcoal. It's just charcoal. Okay. So I need saltpeter or niter. Right? Niter we can get by pulverizing sandstone. That's pretty straightforward. Nothing complicated there. We do need a fused quartz, so let's grab that as well. Let's grab a little bit of this. Boom. And we'll get a little bit of niter. I think we need some anyways for potential future things as well. So, yeah, just one of those little nuances. We're going to need the chicken at some point in time. Really, Hopper? Really? I wanted to get rid of that, okay? Just let me throw it away. Don't have to grab everything, man. You don't have to be that guy, all right? But anyways, there we go. Okay, we got niter. That's good. Let's see. We need Phytogrow. We're going to need slag. Thermal expansion slag. There is a slag chicken. Oh, sorry about that. I hit my microphone while I went to go scratch my eyeball. If I remember correctly, is it sand and stone brick? Is that a thing? Let's go this route instead. Let's take a look at the sand that we have here and find ourselves the Induction Smelter. Okay, it's just as many recipes. It's fine. No big deal. Let me take a look through this and find the best way to get slag. So this might not be the most efficient way, but man, I like this way quite a bit. So you can actually pulverize up some graphite, right? Which obviously you can get from a chicken. Nothing too crazy. And then we can take this dust and actually have a 25% chance to get ourselves some slag. I think that's pretty good odds, right? And you can just keep on repeating this cycle. So you could do a nice full loop if you wanted to. I think that's pretty good. 25% with a full loop with just sand as the expense. I'd say that's pretty solid. But, you know, to each their own, you know, all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, just one of the quick ways that I found anyways. And we can go from there. So, well, let's get ourselves some charcoal. We got to get ourselves some pulverized charcoal or whatever you call it. But, yeah, just kind of rinse and repeat. I think that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty nice move overall. So, anyways, let's get ourselves the Phytogrow. Boom. And let's get ourselves the next tier of watering can. Very nice. The one beyond that is Rich Phytogrow, which requires the rich slag, which is a little bit more of a pain to make. I'm not going to lie. But it's not complicated either. You know, you can just use a compass, for example. That's a pretty good way of doing it. We have pretty much unlimited resources. So we just need some form of, you know, system to kind of just run through it a little bit here. Nothing too crazy, though. You know, a lot of this stuff, we could look at doing like fused quartz with some sort of a blend or something to quickly and easily get it. But I think one of the best ways is just literally to go with, you know, some of that compass or whatever. I think that's a good way to do this. So I'm going to get more sand and things like that and get all of that going as well. Pretty easy to make a compass here. So we're going to grab some iron and yeah, it's like a 20% chance for basically the cost of some redstone. That's pretty effective in my opinion. So let's give it a try. Let's see what we can get. All right, rich phytogro get. By the way, that worked out really well. Not going to lie, it was quite efficient. So I do recommend that if you have that capability. The compass worked well. Very, very well. Boom, signal them. Look at us go. The next one up is Resonant. I don't know if I can really get that one at this point in time. Oh, no, I can easily. I have the energetic infuser, and I have a whole bunch of rich phytogro. So 1, 2, 3, I think is what we need. We just need to power this guy up. We'll speed it up as well, because who's got time for this, right? There we go. We got the rich phytogro. We need pyrotheum and enderium. Pretty easy. Pretty nice. This is going to give us pretty much the best watering can from this mod, just like that. I like it. I like it quite a bit. And then, oh, that's right. It does use the water. Oh, I forgot all about that, didn't I? Indeed, I did. Indeed, I did. All right. We need water. Panic basket. Where do I get water? What do I do? How do I do it? I do want to store some of this stuff from it clogging my inventory here. I did get enough niter and things like that where we can make the chickens, which is great. We're definitely going to be looking to utilize that. But yeah, I guess I need a watering pit, don't I? Let's just grab some of this. There we go. Got it. I'll just go over here for right now. This should be pretty solid in terms of like the amount of resources that we actually require. Hello? Why are you not making infinite? What? Hello? I would like infinite water, please. Oh, my lord. Am I just literally going to have to do this the old-fashioned way? Apparently. There we go. And boom, and boom. There we go. We got infinite water. I tell you, that was more complicated than I thought it would be. All right. So this guy here, we should be able to, like, refill it pretty quickly here. It does hold a ton of water. I'm not sure if there's an easier way to fill it, all things considered. But, yeah. Probably through a fluid tank or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to fill this guy up, and then we can get ourselves so much Syrtis Quartz. It's not even funny. Alright, so I got myself a decent amount. Far from amazing, but a decent amount. Through, you know, one thing of the watering can. Didn't last as long as I thought it would. Just going to point that out there. But basically, I took 32 of the Syrtis Quartz, and I made it charged, right? And why did I do this? Well, that's pretty straightforward. Charged Syrtis Quartz is basically needed. It is used to make the Fluix, right? We need water, and away you go. So, let's get ourselves some Fluix nice and quickly here. So, Fluix Crystal, as we just discussed, charged Syrtis Quartz, 1 nether quartz, and 1 redstone or dust, okay? So, pretty straightforward. We need some redstone, we need some nether quartz, and, of course, the charged Syrtis. We can go over this water right over here, for example, that we just made, and we can throw these in, like so. Oh, God, is the half slab going to mess me up? The half slab might mess me up. For sure it did. For sure it did. All right. I hope I still have that wood on me. I do. Excellent. Let's just do this like so. Boom and boom. There we go. Okay. hopefully we are fixed. Boom, boom, and boom. Very nice. That guy should charge up very quickly into our Fluix crystal, and we got a nice 64 of it. That's great. That is phenomenal. Again, I literally found the hardest way possible to do all of this. Don't get me wrong. There is faster ways to go about all of this, but we're gonna be happy with what we got here. Okay, and then from there we need our crystal growth accelerators. I think that's one of the best ways to go. We determined, right? Well, maybe not. Emmy Controller, right? That's the one. We could go with this photogenic insulator. I bet you it takes a while. But I feel like that's quicker. I'm going to do it. All right, so we got it running. I got the Fluix seeds. You name it. It's going a little slow. Yay, we sped it up. Very nice, very nice. All right, anyways, I do want to just get the Emmy Controller to finish off the day here. We've been going pretty hard, and oh boy, that's a problem. I forgot all about the Sky Stone. Oh, you can use blocks of coal. Oh, thank the Lord. Okay, we're fine. Have no problem. Have no panic. No panic whatsoever. Boom, boom, boom. Very good. Let's at least get a little bit of this. We can cook it up pretty easily here. Oh, I had a little minor panic attack there. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Get out of there, terracotta. By the way, I used a sink, which is probably one of the most, in my opinion, efficient ways of kind of going about that. The other thing that I needed there was an engineering processor, which requires an inscriber, which I did not prepare for in the slightest. I do have a sticky piston. I do have slime. I do have 1 redstone on me. It's almost like it was destined to be. I even have wood on me, which is pretty rare at times. So let's get this done pretty quickly here. Boom, boom. Let's get ourselves, huzzah, a piston. Make it sticky, like so. And let's get ourselves a inscription table. Pretty inscriber. That's the correct word for it. I should probably use the correct terminology. We're only going to deal with 1 right now because we will upgrade them all pretty soon. Have no fear. Will this attach? It does. Excellent. I was a little nervous about that. I'm not going to lie. I need to get all the presses and things like that. I'm going to grab them here pretty quickly. And, oh, they're a little bit more complicated than I thought. Okay. No, they're not that bad. Silicone around a diamond for that one. Easy peasy. All right. Let's finish this bad boy up nice and easily here. A little bit of speeding up. No big deal. Come on. Quicker. Thank you. There we go. Engineering processor. Very nice. We will be advancing through all of this pretty quickly. Don't get me wrong. Oh, the Sky Stone. Oh, the Sky Stone. So many derps. It's fine. This was a lot more complicated than I gave it credit for. But there we go. Emmy Controller achieved. We got ourselves some extra seeds, which is good. Let's collect a few more rewards while we're at it. Boom, boom, boom. And next episode, we can look at starting to get our Applied Energistics 2 system set up, along with fixing all of our storage concerns. And trust me, there are plenty of them. So between this time and next time, I'm going to basically be farming up some Syrtis. As you can see, we got a lot that are growing, and we're going to be ready to go. We're going to be doing some disk drives. We're going to be doing some wiring, things like that, and just slowly but surely moving and combining all of our wonderful things. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for your time and appreciation. And have yourselves a fantastic day. Bye-bye for now. See ya.